Good morning. My name is Thomas Marino. I am a volunteer for Richland Township Park and Recreation and also a township resident. Today we're out here discovering the trail connections that we've been working on for quite some time here in the township, as well as some new parks. We're here in the Brayton Gardens section of the township, and this trail is going to be part of a bigger trail known as the Pennsylvania Highlands Trail. And it's going to connect all the regions, including Quakertown Borough, Milford Township, Richland Township, and Springfield Township, moving into Lehigh County from there. This section is part of the Pennsylvania Highlands Trail, which is overseen by the Appalachian Mountain Club. The Appalachian Mountain Club is working on connecting the entire trail across the entire state of Pennsylvania, and entering around the Cumberland area of Pennsylvania, going all the way up to Riglersville in Bucks County. We meet monthly, known as the Pennsylvania Highlands Steering Committee, which is organized by the Appalachian Mountain Club. The Appalachian Mountain Club has put together all the multiple townships, and one of the challenges we have of building trails in this area is we have a lot of townships, and coordinating that effort is really critical. So in this section, we're dealing with Richland Township. So I got involved as being part of the parks, focusing on just the areas in Richland Township. But we also have representatives from Quakertown Borough and representatives from Milford Township, as well as representatives from Springfield Township. And putting that all together takes a lot of coordination and making sure everybody's on the same page and moving forward. The Appalachian Mountain Club has been critical in terms of getting funding from the Bucks County. In particular, developing a rail trail north of Veterans Park in Richland Township that will be traveling about 3.3 miles of abandoned rail line that's not even presently used today. Well, one of the things that got me involved, I've always been a big outdoor enthusiast. I live here in the township, and I've always believed that getting outside is really, really beneficial to your health and to your mental well-being.
My name is John Bruner, and I'm a Mid-Atlantic Recreation Planner for the Appalachian Mountain Club. The reason I'm here today is to talk a little bit about the Pennsylvania Highlands Trail and our efforts to develop local trails here in the Quakertown region. And we had just finished a study, a trail plan actually for the entire region, encompassing several townships and the borough of Quakertown itself, to make connections between the existing trails that are here, including this trail that we're standing on with the rooster in the background, Brayton Gardens Trail. A lot of the trail building around in this area does go through communities, and these trails, in fact, do serve local communities. So our challenge is to make connections between these little discrete trails. Like the next trail up is Hunter's Crossing Trail. Brayton Gardens Trail goes that way, and it kind of ends, and we're working with the Homeowners Association at Tollgate Landing to try to get the trail through their open space so it'll connect with the Barrel Run Trail, which is the next municipal trail in Milford Township, and that heads west, and it also serves Trumbauer's Elementary School and all the neighborhoods over there. We actually do have a trail route that we've envisioned and marked out that connects the park at Mill Street, where the library is, over along Park Avenue, past the high school, past the hospital, and over to Cross 309 near the Dairy Queen. Then we get over there, we get across the Dairy Queen. To the Dairy Queen, we get into the back of Hunter's Crossing. Now, of course, that part of the trail is not going to be a nice dedicated trail protected from traffic. That's going to be on sidewalk, and it may have sharrows, the markings you see on streets that have the bicycle lanes. So it'll be a different type of trail experience. We're going to be connecting from Mill Park up to another on-the-road trail thing that through Richland Township to Veterans Park, and then we get on the rail trail, which will take us up 3.3 miles to Springfield Township, to the edge of Lehigh and Bucks County at Coopersburg, and then you're on the Saucon Rail Trail. And that trail will take you all the way over to Hellertown, and that's eventually going to connect to the South Bethlehem Greenway and take you right into downtown Bethlehem near the Arts Quest. So it's kind of a neat system that I envision perhaps 5 years from now, that part of it, those rail trail parts, will be connected and completed. We find funding for this mainly through private foundations. I could call out the William Penn Foundation has been a major funder of this trail project. The Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, DCNR, does quite a bit of funding of trails. Generally, it's not from local sources. It's generally either from the state or large foundations provide funding. Sometimes some of the trails are funded by transportation funding from the state that PennDOT funnels for non-motorized transportation, which includes bicycle paths and that sort of thing. You know, the question is often raised about, what about the train? You know, there was a passenger train. Myself, when I go to Center City, Philadelphia, I have to drive to Lansdale to get a train. That train from Lansdale used to go all the way up to Bethlehem, and that's part of what we are building this rail trail on. We know that developing this end of the trail for rail service is not going to happen for a long time. They did an alternatives analysis, and right now it looks like they're only going to extend that out as far as Telford. However, if that day does come, say 50 years from now, when you guys are even older than me or as old as me, it may be that they'll be building the rail service back out, but we envision rail with trail side by side. The rail corridor is large enough to accommodate having a path alongside of a light rail.
A lot of the schools in the Quakertown region are really difficult to walk to. And we really wanted to come up with a plan that will allow children to walk to school. It'll allow them to bike to school. And we really think it just adds a really great community, being able to walk to different places.